transitioning to a 4-man rotation. You look at Gilbert, Kirby, Wu, and Bryce Miller last night, giving innings and some real run suppression as well. No more than 2 earned runs, a combined 2 earned run average between those 4. And it'll be up to Luis Castillo to carry that torch today in the finale against the Astros.
Yeah, they need La Piedra to really step up here this afternoon. He's been in a real kind of a rut. The Mariners have lost 5 straight Castillo starts. So it will be important for him to go deep into this ball game and give that team an opportunity to go away with a win.
Even a shorter bullpen than usual today for the Mariners with some roster moves. So Castillo going for the Mariners. Meanwhile, Mike Burrows, you look at what he did against the Mariners back in April. He was knocked around. He gave up 6 earned over as many innings, hence the 9 earned run average. Against everybody else, Valley's been pretty all right.
Yeah, over his last 3 starts, Burrows has got a 2.50 ERA. And in his last start is probably the best start of his season, probably of his career. He went 7 innings against the Cincinnati Reds. 7 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts, and he did it on 98 pitches.
A really strong outing his last time out. A couple of quality starts his last 2 times on the mound. Mike Burrows, first-year Houston Astro. Chevy Silverado driving the game. The Mariners got last night's game started with a bang. 13th career leadoff home run for J.P. Crawford. 2nd most in club history behind Ichiro. Mariners would love something similar today. Final game of 4. Mariners and the Astros. First pitch is right around the corner.
Mariners baseball. Trident's up.
Mariners TV is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, home of the F-150, America's best-selling truck for 49 years. By Global Credit Union, powering the new Seattle Mariners cashback credit card. You can apply for yours at globalcu.org. And by Jack in the Box, Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal, the chance to win the $75,000 prize for Jack's 75th anniversary. Now, Randy Make and friends signing some autographs down there on the field prior to first pitch today. We are moments away. Mariners and the Astros in game 4. Final game of the road trip here. Brendan Donovan is at the top of the order today for the Mariners. There's been a slight change, last-minute change positionally. Julio was going to play center field. Instead, he is DHing, so Raley moves from right field to center field, and Canzone, no longer DHing, will hold down right. Second time the Mariners are facing veteran righty Mike Burrows this year. Back in Seattle in mid-April, the Mariners tagged him for 6 runs over 6 innings and 11 hits.
They'd like to do the same here this afternoon. Burrows ERA at 5.04, 2-4 on the season.
And his first pitch, a fastball in the dirt to begin things. Brendan Donovan at the top of the order for the Mariners as they ease him back in, activated off the injured list at the start of this road trip. Missed some time with a groin injury. So he is back at the top of the order and at third base for the Mariners today. Yesterday, J.P. Crawford's home run up. The 4th leadoff home run for the Mariners this season as Donovan just works that fair, kicks off the short wall, and Donovan sprints into second base. A Superman dive. It was close, but he is safe.
No better feeling than to get that leadoff guy on and actually in scoring position. Brendan Donovan still trying to find that rhythm and timing at the plate. Gets that slider out over and hooks it down into the corner. The ball bounces out and goes right towards the right field. You can see him stumbling a little bit around first base. Still able to get in there under the tag.
Julio chops his foul at the plate. Now, hopefully everything's okay with Julio. You don't normally see him get moved to the DH spot, especially about 15 minutes before the game began, but did foul that ball off his foot last night. Not sure if that had anything to do with it.
And what does he do here this afternoon? First pitch. I think that's why he was shaking his head. Like, really? You got to be kidding me.
This is way up there in left field. Zach Cole makes the catch. Well, we just saw on the screen just a second ago, Val, the numbers from both these teams with runners in scoring position. It has not been good. Both teams really struggling last night as well. Statcast powered by Google Cloud, the arsenal for Burrows.
Burrows has that four-seam fastball. He'll throw 28% of the time. The changeup, the slider, curveball, and a sinker.
You know, the Mariners last night 1 for 13. The Astros 2 of 12. And you really felt like whichever team lost that game would go to the clubhouse afterwards and say, we should have won that game.
So many opportunities, so many chances to put runs up on the board. And neither team was able to do it until the very end of the ball game.
Astros winning last night, a walk-off win, their first win against the Mariners this year. Well, Naylor remembers that mid-April start for Burrows fondly. Naylor hit not one but 2 home runs off of Burrows, a 2-run shot and a 3-run homer. He gets tied up this time. Burrows strikes him out, 2 down.
After a good hard fastball inside, he comes back with the slow curveball at 81 miles an hour and gets Naylor out in front.
In steps Randy Arozarena, batting over 300. We've seen Cal Raleigh batting cleanup recently. Cal going on the injured list today, so the lineup certainly looking a little bit different without number 29 in there. Cal on the IL for the first time in his career. A right oblique injury. Mariners do not know the exact severity of that. They will learn more once tests are done tomorrow when the Mariners return home.
Randy having quite the road trip, hitting .542. Got a 7-game streak.
Donovan at second base, 2 outs. Four for 4 a couple of nights ago for Arozarena. Leading the team in doubles and in stolen bases. 2-1. And that took a piece out of Salazar. Backup catcher crumples behind home plate. They'll give him a minute. Well, when you see him jump up and down, you get a pretty good idea as to what happened. He waves off the trainer quickly.
It's that initial pain that you feel, and just doesn't go away very quickly.
Two off the plate. Randy draws a walk, something he's done quite a bit of this year. So a double and a 2-out walk from Burrows, and that brings up Luke Raley. Pretty extreme splits from Burrows this year. Lefty's batting almost 3 1/4. Donovan the double, and here's another lefty batter in Raley. 6 of the 8 home runs that he's allowed have come to left-handed hitters.
Which is fairly typical, don't you think? Those splits is what you would imagine, right? The right-handed pitcher versus left-handed hitters. Lefty's going to have a little bit more success.
Well, the guys who don't have the extreme splits like that are the guys that make a lot of money.
Because they're not very common.
And not a whole lot of swing and miss for Burrows against lefties. The changeup is his best option to get the swing and miss against a left-handed hitter. Righties have really tagged his fastball this year. 4 of those 6 home runs that lefties have hit have come off of his heater. Now they're batting .380 against it. 1-2. Cracked high, deep, left field. This is at the wall, and it just sneaks into the Crawford boxes. It is gone. It's an opposite field 3-run home run from Luke Raley.
Luke led off yesterday's game in his first at-bat going into those Crawford boxes. From our vantage point here, it looked like it was going to go into that little crevice around the corner, but that ball continued to fade and carry into the Crawford boxes. Mariners again jumping out to a 3-0 lead here this afternoon.
Home runs in back-to-back games. Team leading 10th home run from Raley. As JP lifts this into shallow left field. And the catch is made. Damage done by Luke Raley and the Mariners. A 3-run blast, and they can chalk up another home run by a lefty off of Burrows as Raley goes opposite field for the 2nd straight game.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
Zach Cole leading things off, taking ball 1 from Luis Castillo. The Rock making his 9th start of the season today. Cole had the walk-off game winner last night for the Astros. Batting at the top of the order today.
Yesterday we were talking about that shutdown inning after your offense gives you some runs. This is where you'd like to see Castillo just quiet the Astros here in the bottom of the 1st.
Well, it's hard to really explain what's going on with Luis Castillo this year. His numbers obviously are not what he is used to. In particular, the quality of stuff seems like it's basically the same. There's not been a huge decrease in velocity. Raley is in center field today. He is nearing the warning track. A step onto the track, and he makes the catch for out number 1. The rest of the order today for Joe Espada. Big bats at the top in Altuve, Alvarez, and Paredes. Walker a home run yesterday, his 10th. Meanwhile, Cam Smith, who was not in the starting lineup yesterday, bright young player, but has really struggled offensively this year, barely batting .200. Bats 8th and is in right field. Yeah, so it's tough to really put your finger on what exactly it is from Luis Castillo that he has struggled with. He is throwing a lot of strikes, among the best first pitch strike rate in baseball. Maybe he's throwing too many strikes at times.
Well, when I take a look at the numbers, the data, right, against the sinker, opponents are hitting .359. Against the 4-seam fastball, they're hitting .318. So just by looking at those numbers and the success of the opposing batters, it tells me, yes, though he hasn't lost velocity, but if you're not hitting your spots, if you're making too many mistakes on the middle part of the plate, that's when you start hitting .359 against that sinker, a pitch that typically what we have seen from him has been one of his best pitches.
That fastball gets a big swing and a miss. 1-2 on Altuve. Shallow right field, long run for Canzone, and he makes the catch. Statcast powered by Google Cloud. How about that 4-pitch mix for Castillo?
Starting off with that 4-seam fastball that he throws 44% of the time, the slider at 26, the sinker, and the changeup.
4 lefties in this lineup for the Astros today, so a chance to use that changeup from Luis. And here's one of them. 2 fly ball outs, bases empty in front of Yordan Alvarez. Fastball That was a changeup down and in.
Alvarez has been a tough hitter for Castillo. Alvarez hitting .474 lifetime with 3 home runs.
Doubles up on it, falls behind 2-0. Second start for Castillo on this road trip. He went just 4 innings, allowed 4 runs at Chicago. Mariners lost that series 2-1. Start before that had some good moments, went 6 innings against Kansas City at home. And he walks Yordan Alvarez on 4 pitches. Being careful with him?
I think so. Starting him off with 2 consecutive changeups, wasn't looking to try to challenge him. But these 2 hitters, both Alvarez and Paredes, are the guys that have had the most success off of Luis. Paredes' lifetime, over 22 at-bats, is hitting .273 with 1 home run.
And a good fastball to 97, but it misses off the plate, ball 1. There's a strike. Look, maybe a touch low, and the challenge is coming. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. We'll find out. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it is a ball.
Calls overturned. Houston has 2 challenges remaining.
That's 6 straight pitches from Castillo that have not been in the strike zone.
Mitch Garver right there did a nice job of presenting that baseball to get the initial strike call.
Three and 0. There's the strike. Castillo trying to work around a 2-out walk to Alvarez. Back-to-back 2-out walks. Only 6 strikes compared to 12 balls from Luis Castillo early on here. This is a day where the bullpen is especially short. The team normally carries 8 relievers. The Mariners are now carrying 7 because of the 6-man rotation, and today they are only carrying 6. Jose Ferrer was activated off the paternity list, but is not with the team. Simpson was optioned to AAA prior to the game today. So the Mariners bullpen is down to 6, and you got Hoppy, who's worked back-to-back games, and Bizardo's worked 3 of 4. And if you're wondering, well, why would you activate Ferrer from paternity list if he's not here? A player gets 3 days, and after that point, if he's not activated, he would lose service time. His pay would be effective. So the Mariners doing the right thing and putting Ferrer back on the roster, but Ferrer has been home from the hospital with his wife and his baby daughter for less than 24 hours, and the idea of Ferrer taking a red eye here to Seattle to then potentially pitch today was not going to be good for anybody, especially Jose Ferrer. And also the Mariners wanted to do the right thing and simply let Jose Ferrer be with his wife and his newborn daughter. So,
and from my understanding, that baby was born at a very
well, they're never born at noon, are they?
That's right. They're never born at 11 a.m. in the morning.
The 1-2. He does not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Walker. Well, the Mariners had to make that roster move with their bullpen today. Otherwise, it would negatively affect Ferrer. But they did the right thing of leaving him, not making him fly overnight here to Houston. 2-2. Walker able to lay off. That's 3 straight 3-ball counts from Castillo, who's walked the last 2. Soft fly ball into right field. Canzone charges in and he makes the catch. Castillo strands a couple of walks, and after an inning, the Mariners have all 3 runs.
Home Depot.
The insurance you get brought to you by Pimco Insurance. First inning 3-run home run the opposite way from Luke Raley.
Yeah, Luke really leans in on this fastball in the outer part of the plate. That ball getting into, just creeping into the Crawford boxes.
Second time he has gone into the boxes in as many games. Here's Canzone.
What a road trip for him, huh? 2 home runs in that first game back in Chicago.
And now home run in back-to-back games in Houston. Canzone takes that over the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom third of the order for the Mariners. It was a double, a walk, and then that Raley 3-run blast in the first.
And here we are in the middle of May. And Luke Raley is leading the team with home runs with 10, and RBIs with 27. Is that the right count?
You tell me, Val.
Let me see. 24, 25, 26, 27.
It's a day game.
It is a day game. Quick turnaround.
Long game last night. Three and 2. To Shoemake by the bag at second. 1 down. Well, the Mariners are back home tomorrow against the Padres, and it's Hello Kitty Clear Crossbody Bag Night. First 20,000 fans will take it home. Ballpark approved. Thanks to Starbucks. Mariners.com to get your tickets. Here's Mitch Garver. Got a new school, old school argument you could be a part of, Val.
Gosh, I'm excited.
It'd be fun to have Bone in on this, and we, I don't think it won't stop us. Garver, a high slice towards the seats. I do not keep track of RBIs in my book. So when you said that, I don't have it written down. I got a lot of other stuff.
Do tell.
I asked Cal Raleigh a couple years ago. I said, hey, what's the one number that you're into the most as a hitter? And he said RBIs. And I think from the player's perspective, I absolutely understand that, because his job is to drive in runs. Right. Bone's job was to drive in runs. But at the same time, you can only drive in runs if given the opportunity. Right? It is
Correct.
an opportunity-driven stat.
Absolutely.
And you can drive yourself in all the time, but if you want to be at the league's leaders, you got to have men on base.
No question. That is kind of part A of it, right? That the opportunities have to be there. The part B, and the most difficult part of this algorithm, shall we say?
Let's not make it more than it is.
Is the fact that you have to get it done.
Yes.
And the pitchers are going to be pitching you differently if there are men in scoring position, as opposed to bases empty, nobody out. So I would say that the difficulty increases with the more opportunities to drive runs in, because you can't win without runs. Somebody's got to drive them in.
Cole Young is out. I'm sure Bone will fill a few innings
They'll
on
have
that
an
one.
opinion or 2 or 3 or 4 maybe.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
3-0 lead for the Mariners thanks to a Luke Raley home run. Bottom of the second. Castillo hoping for a little quicker frame with more strikes. He walked 2, was able to work around it in the first inning through 24 pitches. Shoemake leads it off. This is into the corner. Randy giving this a look, but into the crowd. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Shoemake making the most of his opportunities. He's got a little 8-game hitting streak going. In over 13 games this season, he's hitting .364 with 1,000 OPS.
Castillo ahead.
And think about him coming into the season. You got Jeremy Pena in front of you, Carlos Correa in front of you. You're thinking, man, will I ever get a chance? But when the chances show up, you got to step in and get the job done.
Well, this has some eyes and fine center field. Shoemake a leadoff single. You know, Pena is in Corpus Christi right now on rehab assignment. He's been on the IL for a long time, their all-star shortstop. And in his first game on rehab assignment, Val, not only was he hit by a pitch, he took a throw at second base, and as he jumped to corral the throw from the outfield, the base runner came in and inadvertently took his legs out from underneath them, and he spilled down by the bag and has missed now 2 straight games because of a sore neck. If you're the Astros, you're saying, oh, this is par for the course, isn't it? Our guys are getting hurt on rehab assignment.
I'll tell you what, when that stuff happens, it's just bring him up here. Let him play. I want to get him on the major league field. Forget about getting some at-bats down there. He'll be able to figure it out.
2-0 to Matthews, missing inside. Yeah, it's been that kind of season for the Astros. They have been absolutely decimated by injuries. Mariners trying to take 3 out of 4 from Houston. Astros were just happy to get more than 2 runs across in last night's game. It snapped their streak of 4 straight games, scoring 2 or fewer. In fact, they had scored a grand total of 4 runs over their previous 4 games going into last night. This is bunted back foul. Two. Up and in. That's ball 3.
Oops.
He won't hear about that, will he? On the ground, gets to Crawford quickly. He stumbles. And a stretch by Naylor. Shoemake was running on the pitch, so the Astros avoid the double play.
Yeah, not much JP could do right there with Shoemake running. A little soft one-hopper to JP. He does a smart thing and just goes over to first base to get the out.
One out runner in scoring position for the second straight inning for the Astros. Well, the Astros gave Cam Smith most of yesterday off. They are trying to get him right. He's barely batting 200. Former first-round draft pick, former Cubs top prospect. Acquired a couple of years ago by the Astros from Chicago in the Kyle Tucker deal. This finds Crawford again. He gets it out of his glove to tag, and out at third base is Shoemake. Really nice play by J.P. Crawford.
JP going with his momentum as he's going towards third base to field this ground ball. Just stays with it. Had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove. Actually, almost looks like the umpire punches Shoemake right here.
Well, the Astros are challenging this.
Challenging the outball, third base.
Now, why would Shoemake run to third on that ball and play?
It's a bad base running mistake. So the process, right? And this is something that not enough guys practice during batting practice. If the ball's hit right at you, as we get a closer look, looks like that right hand may have gotten in there.
Well, Shoemake right away was saying you should take a look at our Snoqualmie Supermo.
He's sliding a long way there.
Tough to tell from that angle definitively when the tag was made. They might be able to splice two angles together. Now, very important that it was ruled an out on the field, so New York will have to find something clear and convincing to overturn this. If it is overturned, it would go from 2 outs and a runner at first to 1 out and runners on the corners.
Okay, so let's get back to the base running. You're the runner at second base looking at home. Ground ball's hit. If it's hit at you or behind you to your left, then you can go. If you have a good secondary. Okay, that's always the key. You got to start with good momentum moving towards third base. If it's hit in front of you, which means between me and the third base, then you stop and you got to wait for that ball to go through. So it's a quick read off the bat. As soon as there's contact made at me or to my left, I'm gone. In front of me, you pull up. He goes on this ball, and the only reason he's safe is because the ball was hit softly. We gave him the well, he's not safe yet, but
I know what you mean.
I mean, if that was the two-hopper to JP's backhand, he'd be out by 10 feet. But with the soft contact, gave him a little bit more time to make this play much, much closer.
We'll find out.
After the view, call stands, runners out. Houston losing the count.
Very close play, and the call stands. 2 outs. So a base running blunder by Braden Shoemake works out for the Mariners.
It really helps out Castillo. Instead of first and third, no, it's 2 out, runner on first.
Here's the catcher, Salazar. Right to Naylor, caught on a line. Well, that could have gotten a little dicey, but an out at third and a quick out to Salazar, and the pitch count for Castillo starts to get back on track. Final day in Houston. Mariner Hall of Famer Jay Buhner is with us. Bone, good to see you again.
Good to see y'all. Good to see a 3-run bomb early in the game. That was nice. You talk about game of inches down that crazy left field line, and my goodness. But the man, right time, playing center field today. And he's swinging a hot bat right now.
Having a monster road trip. It's the top of the order for the Mariners. That means Brendan Donovan. He led off the game with a double and came around to score on that Raley home run.
And thank you for that boneheaded base running mistake right there last inning. We appreciate that.
Now, Val, why don't you just say that?
Well, because then he would think I'm talking about him being a bonehead.
I see.
Bonehead.
We were discussing
some
that.
things are true.
We were discussing Shoemake's decision to try to take third base there.
And you know he's right behind you. You feel him. That's just part of the deal. I mean, that you just cannot do that. But that's a rookie. That's a kid that they just traded for that was in AAA with the Yankees. He gets up here, he gets an opportunity. He's been swinging the bat well for him, and he just gets
but it's also
maybe
something
one
that
too many cups of coffee.
It's also something that you don't see guys practicing. You know, during BP, typically that's when you try to get reads off the bat. You know, the more times you try to react with the ball making contact with the bat at me and to my left, I go. In front of me, I stay.
Clubbed out to right field towards the alleyway. This is back by the wall, and it's past Smith, and it goes. It does stay in, and Donovan makes the turn. That ball rattled around.
Yes.
He's got a double and now a triple.
He caught a break right there. Normally he hits that hard warning track and bounces into the bullpen for a ground rule double, and it bounced right up underneath the pad and that chain link fence and stayed in. And Superman dive in the second. First at bat, Superman dive in the third. I hope he's okay. He is. But boy, the fields, how about how wet they are? These guys, I'm scared they're all going to slip out.
It looked like Brendan thought that ball bounced over the wall. Slowed down just a tad, but still got over to third base.
Big run right here. Come on, Julio. Pad on. Let's go.
Yeah, but
We need
Aaron
this.
says RBIs don't matter.
RBIs are huge. So they pay really well, too.
Can we check the tape, by the way?
How do you win ball games?
That was, Val, I thought we've really worked well together this year.
You guys are awesome together, brothers.
But all good things must come to an end. Julio batting with a man at third. They appeal. He goes.
We were discussing an inning prior before you got here RBIs, because I was saying that Luke Raley's leading the team in RBIs, and Aaron doesn't even keep track of RBIs in his book.
Really?
And then
what's he got? 27 now?
27.
That's work. Val keeps track of so many things.
Well, that's because I know RBIs are really special and who's leading the team.
Well, it was interesting because he said he went and talked to Cal. And he said, Cal, what's the most important number offensively for you? You know, is it batting average? Is it home runs?
Right.
And Cal said RBIs. It's like, that's the only thing that matters. Maybe I added that in.
Amen. That is
It's the
the
first
truth,
thing.
though.
It's the first thing you've editorialized here. Don't worry. The 2-2. And on his hands, and Julio strikes out.
So my take, right? So Aaron would say, well, it depends on how many opportunities you have. I said, well, that's part one, having the opportunity. Part two is having the ability to get a hit when it matters. Using the word, and Aaron probably doesn't have this in his vocabulary, the word clutch.
Clutch meaning a bag, or clutch stepping up and
clutch coming up with a big hit when it counts.
You know, and here's what's great today. I decided to wear my jeans and boots. And I need these boots
Why
right
does
now
that
with
matter?
you guys.
Why does that matter?
Full of it right now. You guys are like, we got dissension in the booth. There's darts being thrown. I got you, man. Here, I got your back.
See,
It's a ball and a strike to
I
Naylor.
love you guys.
what is your take on this? Do you think it's easier to hit with nobody on base, or is it?
It's an art to hit with men in scoring position.
Tell me why.
Well, I mean, that's what it's all about. You can't win ball games until you do it, and you got to take what the game gives you. Like right now, you know, with the infield in, sac fly, base hit, obviously it's a little bit tougher, but when the infield's back, sometimes all you got to do early in the game is hit a ground ball to second base and take the RBI. It might not be a hit.
So take me
but
through
it's
that.
huge.
How does that, your mindset, your approach change, like right here in this situation for Naylor? He's got a man on third, one out, as opposed to nobody on, nobody out. What's the difference in your approach to this at bat?
I'm looking for a ball maybe a little more elevated. You know, I know I can do it with a, like I said before, a base hit, a sac fly. And then as you get to two strikes, like right now, you got to be, you know, now you're just trying to put it in play, and hopefully by putting it in play hard, good things will happen.
Well, nothing happens if you don't put it in play.
Amen. That's exactly right. And when you get to 2 strikes, you can't worry about hitting a fly ball and have all that. Just try to move it forward.
Infield is in. 1 out runner at third. Donovan. Full count.
I mean, I've heard a number of great hitters talk about how they change their approach with runners in scoring position. It typically starts by saying, hey, they're not going to pitch me the same way as with nobody on, nobody out. So if I know they're not going to give in to me, why would I be trying to hit a 3-run homer? Because they're not going to give me that pitch to do it. So can I just take a base hit to right? Think of Edgar Martinez.
Right.
Hey, I'll just take what they give me today, and I'm just going to slap one into right, and I'll take those 2 RBIs.
And I'll especially what I'm thinking more up the middle, just because if there is a runner, and great AB right there, take your walk. That's awesome. But the last thing, I'm always in the back of my mind, you know, stay hard in the middle, because what they're going to try to do is take a little off, get you to roll over anywhere but where, Val, when you got a runner on third, less than 2 outs.
Yeah, you want to hit it
anywhere but third,
yes,
right? Because now you don't get him in, right? So that's even more of a reason why I'm like, I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe, which would be the changeup where I'm out in front and rolling over. I'm going to try to stay hard in the middle as long as I can and really think right center. My think was more right center than it was anyway.
Well, you also had the power to hit it out to right center.
And I felt like I could muscle it out good enough to get it out there deep enough to get them in. And I also thought there was, you know, rule number 1, you can't get the cheese by the rat. They're not going to be able to throw a fastball bomb.
Rule number 1 was I'll decide.
Yeah.
Now what is this?
Which is, well, there's a lot of rule number 1s. Depending on this, you're talking about situational hitting, situational rule number 1s.
Big chopper. Paredes over to second. 1 to first. In time. They go around the horn for the double play. Anywhere but where. Double play, and the Mariners' threat comes to a close.
The capital of the Northwest.
All right, Val, what do we have here?
So this was circa 1993. It was one of the very first throwback the clock days. As you can see, the Bones on the left, I'm in the center, Junior's on the right. Rusty Kuntz, outfield instructor, took this photo with one of those old, you know, Kodak Polaroid things. And
look at those 3 youngins.
Times.
Boy,
we
are young.
We haven't changed, Mon.
My goodness.
Let's go 30 years later. Same 3 guys.
A little bit of gray in some of those goatees
This was the futures game. Bone and I were coaching, and Junior was the photographer of the day.
She was. Team captain, floating around. That was a lot of fun. Saw a lot of future big leaguers. A lot of them, a couple of them making a huge impact, especially with the A's. That was a lot of fun.
But brother, you haven't changed a bit.
That's all between the ears. It's all mental, man. When you got young kids and grandkids that I got to throw BP to and go coach, you got to stay in shape. Gravity can be an evil thing. I'm not going to let him sneak in.
It's the top of the order for the Astros. Cole takes in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Plus, my wife's faster than me. I'm trying to keep up with her. I can't catch her. She's a smart lady. My Rodias. Did I say that right, Val? My knees, my Rodias.
Rodilla.
Yeah, Rodilla. See, I got a little bit in there.
Well, I know your son Gunner spent some time coaching down in the Dominican Republic.
2 years at the DR, and now he is the manager with the A's in rookie ball in Arizona and winning some games and having a blast. So I'm proud of him. Shout out to UG.
97 on the fastball. Castillo's first strikeout today. Nice way to begin the bottom of the third.
Absolutely. With that high pitch count in the first inning, he needs a short one.
This one he rushes right across the top of the zone. Just ties Cole up with that 97-mile-an-hour heat.
They need the Rock to go save that bullpen a little bit since they're a little short-handed down there.
Yes, they are. Over the plate for a strike to Altuve.
Looks like he's settling in now. Good. It's good to see.
We got those first 2 outs in the first inning, and then had to face Alvarez and Paredes, 2 guys that have had a lot of success off him. Thought he was pitching them very carefully.
Yeah, non-intentional, intentional, especially Alvarez.
Alvarez waits on deck.
And this little guy's a pest. What a career he has had, huh?
EQC Tracer has that just on the outer edge. Altuve, second most hits in franchise history. And the count evens.
Who's number one, Bagwell or Biggio?
Well, judging by what I'm seeing, it would be Biggio.
Okay, I didn't see that. I'm looking out the field. Sorry. Thanks for pointing that out, making me hee-haw up here. Boy, that's going on a lot up here.
Strike three called. 98 that time. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Coming right after Altuve with the good fastball right on the outside corner. Boy, not a whole lot you can do with that one when he dots that outside edge.
That's paint right there. And that's good, especially with this guy. Nobody on when he comes to the plate.
Very close. Ooh, they call a strike. A little bit of delay there. Alvarez walked earlier. 13 home runs this year. Well, this is really plugged deep. And Raley make it 14. As you were saying about the bases being empty.
It's a strong man. That's a long way out there.
Alvarez with his 4th home run against Luis Castillo. There's that fastball right down the heart of the plate. We were talking about still having good velocity, but when you don't locate it where you want to, the big league hitters will let you know that you missed your spot.
Strike 1-2 Paredes.
Alvarez now with 14 home runs.
You know, for so many years, it was Mike Trout. That's the guy in the division that you would circle. And it's this guy now.
Clearly. One of the best hitters in the game of baseball.
I mean,
just everything about he is so well-rounded as a hitter to go along with big power.
Him and Aaron Judge. Those would be the two that you've got to really be careful with.
Yeah, because most guys who profile to hit for the power that he has strike out a lot, chase a lot, don't hit for an average. That's what makes him so unique.
And he's not fleet of feet, so he's not getting a whole lot, although he got one last night, infield singles, but he's earning them.
You know, to your point, his on-base percentage is .418. He's slugging over .600.
A swing and a miss. And there is out number 3. 3 punch outs for Castillo in the inning, but Alvarez gets the Astros on the board.
Get everything you need with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
Well, the White Sox are coming to T-Mobile Park. We'll have a 2-day Josh Naylor bobblehead giveaway. You've got 2 chances to snag Naylor's first Mariners bobblehead Monday and Tuesday. Thanks to Western Washington Toyota dealers. Mariners.com/tickets. Raley leads it off. 2-run lead for the Mariners beginning the 4th inning. This is hanging up into center field. Matthews cutting across to his right, flags it down, and there is out number 1. It was Raley to get the Mariners on the board. That 3-run home run. How close was this to not getting into the Crawford boxes? Very. Almost hit off that bullpen door out there in right field. But the Crawford boxes giveth and they take it. And they gave to Luke Raley for the 2nd straight night.
It's nice to see the Mariners catch a break.
Ball 1 to J.P. Crawford. Lefties have all the hits so far today for the Mariners. 2 by Donovan, 1 from Raley. Two.
Take your walks. They've been working the count, that's for sure.
Seems like ever since JP got inserted into the top of the lineup when Brendan Donovan went down, his approach has changed and the success just continues to come. Both with his on-base percentage, his hits.
Just quality at bats, Val.
Yes.
I mean, you know, working counts, putting more pressure pitches on the pitcher.
Do you think that has a difference for an approach if you're hitting ninth all the time and all of a sudden, boom, you're in the leadoff spot?
Absolutely, because you get on base any way you can. I mean, I even saw, you know, them try to put a drag bunt down, which you hardly see anymore. I'd love to see the bunt be a part of the game more and more. Whether it be a drag bunt for a hit, push bunt for a hit, safety squeeze, suicide squeeze. I mean, the art of bunting can win you games. Situational hitting, especially, you know, extra inning games, get them over, get them in.
This is smoked on a line and caught by Smith. Crawford gets back in time. That is, I mean, how does that feel? It's 108 off the bat.
Stinks. Especially that guy. That guy's an athlete out there. He can cover some ground. He's got a great arm.
Sinking line drive. Cam Smith comes up and tries to throw behind JP.
Look at his body language. That'll tell you how he feels about it. And you, last thing you want to hear when you go down the steps is, way to swing it. Way to hit it hard. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Don't say that to me. Did you want to hear that, Val?
No, I'm gonna tell you a story because it was at the Kingdom. Harold Reynolds had the day off, so Harold is sitting in the corner eating sunflower seeds. He's got his running shoes on. He knows he's not playing, and he's just kicking back. Right? Tino's in a funk. He's in a slump. Can't get a hit. Tino gets up and just hits a missile to the right fielder. Tino comes back in. He's not happy. And, you know, cheese
could get a little hot.
And Harold's sitting there eating seeds, throwing him in his bag. Tino, way to swing the bat, buddy. He goes, save it, Harold. I thought he was going to go attack him.
And that's just Harry, you know. He's just always nice, always, you know, full of compliments.
But that was the feeling. That's the feeling of when you're struggling, you just smash one, and it's still an out. You got nothing to show for it.
AKA baseball hell. There we go.
Deep fly, not coming back. Mitch Garver back to the Crawford boxes, onto the concourse. Second home run today by the Mariners.
Well, we know Mitch has got that big power. And Burrows makes a mistake on the middle part of the plate. And Mitch hammers this one into the seats.
He just missed one on his first AB. And you know what? That's what you need. When somebody goes down, you need somebody to step up. And that's got to make him feel great. Right out of the gate.
Yes.
Check in, get one on the board.
Garver's first homer this year. 2-run blast. So both home runs today with men on base for the Mariners. A 3-run shot, now a 2-run home run.
And you know, doing what Mitch does is not easy. No. Cal's playing the majority of the time. He's not getting a lot of at-bats. He's not getting a lot of repetitions behind the dish. So you try to stay ready. But that's one thing that the Mariners have done so well this season. We talked about the platoon situation before the game. These guys have embraced their role and making the most of it.
Garver's first this year. He crushed this out to left field. Mariners extend their lead. The Crawford box is the place to be here today if you want to catch Mariner home runs. This is way back there. Oh, now that's nice to see from an Astros fan, giving it to a young fan here in Houston. Mitch Garver's 2-run home run gives the Mariners a 5-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Christian Walker leads it off. 0-2. Walker, a home run yesterday, his 10th.
Over his last 21 games, swinging the hot bat, hitting .296 with 6 home runs. And that ball he hit last night just had great top backspin. Just seemed like it continued to carry away from Luke Raley out there, and ultimately just barely getting over the wall.
I've heard hitters talk about hitting the ball with backspin to help it carry. Is that purely by accident? Like, can that actually be done intentionally?
You got to ask a home run hitter.
Just hit
we
down.
Got one right here.
Hit down through it. Hit down through it a little bit.
Almost looked like a check swing from Walker. JP is there. 1 down. Hope to see you at the ballpark on Saturday. The Mariners celebrate Salute to Armed Forces Night. First 10,000 fans will take home this special Army green Mariners cap thanks to Boeing. Mariners.com/tickets. That'll be a 4:15 first pitch, nationally televised game on Fox. Sunday's game on Peacock as well. Here is Shoemake. We will be with you tomorrow here on Mariners TV. No day off after this road trip. On the air at 6 o'clock.
So do you have off on Saturday?
In a way.
Well, you didn't just got dad duties. Is that what you're saying?
Well, off Mariners TV. I'll be with Eric Karros on the Fox call.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you will?
Should be tuning in.
Yes, I will. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Are you double dipping? He's double dipping.
Good for him. Hey, that's why he gets the big bucks.
Let's talk about that more. Yeah, 2-0, 2-1.
Just like these big league guys.
We're all very similar, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely. You get the major league minimum, right?
The 2-1 pitch is skied out to left field. Randy is there. 2 away.
You like working with Eric Karros?
He's a wonderful man. His son plays for the Rockies.
Had a pretty darn good career
Had a
too,
great
man.
career.
He could swing it.
Rookie of the year.
Man, his son's not a bad player either. Rockies are a little bit better this year too.
You know, the Mariners are on national TV quite a bit this year based on last year. And I'm sure there are a lot of Mariner fans who are trying to keep up with the scheduling. The Mariners are on Apple TV and they're on Peacock. They're on Fox. They'll be on ESPN later this year.
Is Roku in the mix with that as well?
No. But this is all the part of having a good baseball team, right? This is what comes along with it. Networks want to pick you up, and that's the case for the Mariners. This will be their second game on Fox. Their second game on Peacock as well.
No East Coast bias.
Finally, instead of the same old teams all the time. Especially being in Seattle with our time change and the travel and all that, it's nice to get a little love, a little national attention.
Absolutely.
People get to know you, Aaron.
Yeah, that's
great voice. Oh, it's all good, clean fun, buddy.
The 1-2. They do.
Yes, they do.
Make these moves specifically for the broadcasters. I don't know if you guys picked up on that when you were playing. That might have been a little above what you guys are capable of processing. Yeah, you're too focused on backspinning. 2-2.
Stop it! I'm crying up here, man. I cry a lot anyway, but stop.
Crystal's called the ball. The catch will challenge.
Well, Garver's been so good with the ABS system. Can he get a strikeout here?
I'm saying yes.
Look at that.
Ball's overturned. Seattle has 2 challenges remaining.
Brendan Donovan with a double and a triple tonight, guys.
Throw to second will be late.
It's good to see him starting to get his rhythm. He had the night off last night until late in the ball game. But what a great addition he has been so far.
All right, well, we are. Oh, it could
What are we talking about? What could happen? Knock on wood.
A home run shy.
And trust me, now he knows. He is like, yes, and I am going to try to back leg.
Well, he has hit 3 missiles here this afternoon. One down the right field corner, right center gap, and then this one right back through the middle.
I think it's safe to say he's feeling crispy up there.
Julio lifts that foul.
Pretty hard to do, the cycle, huh? Don't they say it's harder than throwing a no-hitter?
I believe there's been fewer, if I'm not mistaken.
Not to put anybody on the spot, but that's
Is that really true?
That's what I'm thinking. Really?
Is there a reason why you're pounding the drum on this so loudly, Jay?
Jay, have you ever had a cycle?
It just so happens, guys. Yes, the first in Mariner history. Did you not know that?
Oh,
I do.
That's a nugget.
You know that yours
It
has
is a little nugget.
Yours has an asterisk by it.
It does.
Of course, you're going to go there.
I mean, if everybody had 14 innings to hit for the cycle,
there we
it would
go.
happen a lot more frequently.
Hey, fish aren't biting. Not going to go there. And I needed a yard sale out in center field, too, to get it.
What date was that? Do you remember?
Sometime in August. I know it was against the A's. But,
June.
Yeah. And I know
93?
there was it June 93?
Straightaway center field off of Julio's bat.
I'll tell you a funny story on that, too. So I dive in to third base, and I'm laying there like, bring me oxygen. I'm laid back, and I know I did it. And I'm like, yes, trust me, yes, I knew that I had a chance. And I wasn't going to stop. I told everybody, if I had Little League, I'm going to keep going, and maybe they'll throw it away. I don't know. But it caroms off the wall high and gets away from the center fielder, and I go into third, and here comes Junior, pushes me off third base, grabs third base, and takes off running into the dugout, gone. And so now they can't start the game because they need third base, and they're trying to get the third base back, and they literally, Wilbur and the grounds crew had to go back, find another third base, come out, put a new third base in, and then we continued on.
Only Junior could pull that off.
And I still got the base. He
Really?
signed it. I still got it. It's part of my collection. I certainly do. It's right, I mean, right there, baby.
You think it's the only cycle in baseball history with 7 at-bats in a game?
You better protect your ribs here just a minute. There's somebody out there listening that knows what I can do to the ribs.
Did you pull up the box score on that?
I did. You know who the first
Was that
baseman for the
playing?
A's was that day? Kevin Seitzer.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I
how
didn't
about
even,
that?
Didn't remember him being there.
Yeah, towards the end of his career, Kevin.
He was up pest with the
Oh, yes, he
Kansas
was.
City, golly, or Milwaukee.
He's hiding.
The
Went 3 for
Royals.
7 that day.
Yeah. He could hit. He could flat out hit.
What did Seitzer do that day?
He went 3 for 7. He also had 7 at-bats.
How many did you have? Bam! Shots fired.
Did I play in that one? Was I in that game? Because I probably made all the outs to kind of keep things moving along.
Val,
Don't sell yourself short.
You only had 2 at-bats.
Only 2 ABs.
Hasselman came in for him.
Nice.
Hasselrock. That's a blast from the past. The guy that took down Mike Mussina, crushed him in one of our awesome fights with the Baltimore Orioles. That was fun. I mean, that thing went on forever and ever, like an extra inning game, and ever.
And the amazing thing is, in all seriousness, Jay, you obviously weren't known for triples. Not many people are known for triples. You had 19 of them in your career. So to time it up where you got one of them on that night.
Especially in the Kingdom. I mean, you know, short porches. I mean, it's really hard to get one there. Thank you for a little bit of love, bud. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Before we change,
Not a lot of
before
love
we
going
change the
around in this
subject.
booth here today.
Everyone knows that we're getting away from each other after today. Says air it out.
I'll send you a group text and check in on you.
Naylor goes around, 2 outs.
When I'm on the river fly fishing, not to rub it in.
I could see you out there.
Oh,
the river
wow.
runs through it.
All right, Keith Hernandez, the one and only, cycled on Independence Day 1985 with 11 plate appearances.
Asking you shall receive.
That's incredible.
So, does it still count? Come on. That's 2 days work right there.
That's amazing.
That's a long game. 11
PAs. Yeah,
wow.
You're right.
Better than taking an offer. How about taking an
Somebody
offer?
did. Somebody
oh,
did.
my goodness. Somebody's bitter.
That was a 19-inning game.
We had one of those.
Yeah. Cammy ended it with a home run.
Yeah. Was that against the White Sox?
I think so.
I think it was against his old team, if I'm not mistaken. Cameroon, do what you do, Cameroon. What an awesome teammate. Does a heck of a job in our organization too. Him and Goody both do a great job.
2-2 on Randy. A couple of awesome guys there you're talking about.
Yeah, Franklin.
Randy strikes out. Donovan singles, stranded. He's a home run shy of the cycle. Might do it in 9 innings.
Naqualmi Casino and Hotel.
Mariners in front 5-1. They've been helped out by a pair of home runs. Luke Raley's 3-run shot. Garver more recently a 2-run home run, his first this year. 8-9-1 for the Astros. Cam Smith leads it off. Four strikeouts for Castillo. The only run for the Astros today, the Yordan Alvarez home run to center field. Finds the corner. Borderline pitch, and Smith, man, he just got that challenge off.
It's called the strike, the batter challenge.
Let's see how close this one was. Just off the plate.
Houston has 2 challenges remaining.
A good challenge by Cam Smith. What do you think the hardest part, Jay, of becoming a right fielder is? Smith, a former third baseman, made the transition. What's the hardest part about going out there and playing right field if you've never done it before?
Well, it's a different angle. If you break in as a left fielder or center fielder, the ball comes first and foremost off the bat differently. Knowing all the nooks and crannies. Right field normally can have a little funky wall along the line. Counting your steps. Some of the warning tracks are different. Some of the walls are higher. It's just some of the grasses are different, the way they're cut. Like we used to go to Anaheim when it was Anaheim, and the way they crisscrossed cut their grass, it was like a snake. It was terrible. I mean, you could not be aggressive. We were all told, make the catch first. Don't worry about it. If they go first to third on you, just don't let it get by you, because that ball would snake so bad. So, I mean, every ballpark has its little differences, and you got to make sure first day in, I talked about it earlier, that you got to go out there and get familiar with the outfield.
So how do you learn if the ball snakes? Obviously, once you've been there, you know, but the first time, how do you figure it out?
You get there early. That's why mandatory first day in at every ballpark. We always early hit, and always went out there with Rusty Kuntz, and he hit me ground balls, and we walked the outfield. We bounced balls off the warning track. I threw balls off the wall to see how I would carry them off. Some would hit soft, some would bounce out. You go to Baltimore Orioles. They basically, their scoreboard, you throw it, it's kind of metal. There's places where it drops straight down. There's other places where it bounces crazy, just like if you go to Boston, just like this wall here. Everything's, there's hollow points in the wall. There's other parts where it's solid. I mean, if you don't go out there and do your homework, and that's part of your deal. I mean, you got to know that, so when the game starts, you've already done it. You don't have to worry about that. Where the sun's going to be, you know? Is it windy that day? I mean, there's just so many. Detroit, the grass is super, super thick. I mean, you got to be more aggressive. Who you're playing that day, what the lineup's going to be. A lot of guys 7, 8, 9, you can be way over and in. So I mean, And then other ballparks, you got to play a little bit deeper, take away the gaps. Other ones you play deeper because anything over your head's probably a home run. So it's all these different things, like Detroit, the overhand. So there's a million different things, and if you don't get out there early and familiarize yourself with that, baseball gods have a funny way of giving you a rude wake-up call, and that's what you don't want to happen, especially when you got one of your studs on the mound and he's throwing a great game. That's the last thing you want to do is let your teammates down.
What was your toughest right field?
Oakland was tough because it was always windy there. It always circled there. It was really big there. It was really cold. The temperature changed. The grass early in the game was one way, and then it would get wet and damp and skip another time. It was snaky. Fans were brutal and right on top of you, throwing stuff at you. Another one, Boston. You had to be really careful in Boston because if that ball goes, that big, goes the pad all the way around. You literally got to run over and just concede, just like in Kansas City, and go straight back and just wait for it to come to you and literally put your glove and your foot there. So if it does, for whatever reason, get by your glove a little bit because it stays up against the wall and snake, you can't get your glove in there, you can foot save it. So, I mean, there's all these little things. If you don't go and practice that and learn that,
because if he does get by, it just rolls all the way around the wall towards center field.
It's inside the park home run. Guarantee it. And that's why there's a ton in Boston. There's been a ton in Kansas City.
Low sinking liner. Cole Young throws to first base. 2 outs.
So my first time I ever played the outfield, it's late in the game. It was like, I think it was the 8th inning. And all of a sudden Lou goes, "Hey, Val, grab a glove." I'm like, "To catch? No, get an outfield glove." And I went out to right field. And I went out there going, "Please, Lord, don't let them hit a ball out here." It is so expansive out there.
You don't realize.
And I'm like looking at Junior. I'm like, "Junior, where do I stand out here?" Because it has such an odd feeling at Fenway. And I'm thinking, man, there's no chance. I have zero chance of catching the ball.
Noah Junior, he's laughing at me.
I said, "Junior, you got everything all the way up to here."
I know, man. I mean,
it was not a comfortable feeling.
And did any of the stuff I just talked about come into play?
No.
Exactly.
Goodness. Thank goodness.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like some ballparks, there is a gap between the roof and so like at first, second inning, the sun doesn't come into play, and all of a sudden at the third inning, it drops down in that gap for about maybe a couple outs. If you don't know that, that's why you'll watch outfielders during day games are constantly taking their glove or their offhand and going up to shield their eyes. They're checking to see where the sun is at all times because it moves so much. You better be on top of it.
Strike 3 call. On the top rail, Castillo picks up his 5th punch out. He retires the side in order for the 2nd straight inning.
Dallas Stuffers at Panera.
It's about it, Chamber.
The Mariners take the lead to the top of the 6th here in the great state of Texas, 5-1. How about a message from the Washington beef farmers and ranchers?
Win or lose, it's really about how you feed the game, right? Together, we bring more. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Jay,
Hook them up,
baby.
Was
that from your backyard? Is that where that video came from?
No. Everybody's got to have a Longhorn, though, man. They are awesome.
I've got a buddy that's got one.
They're the best, man. They
out there in Alito.
Yep. Good old Alito, baby.
There's some big animals.
That's Mike,
I will
right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike. Good man. Yep. He's got some beautiful Longhorns, too. I got my cowboy hat waiting for me in the truck on the way home. A few Diet Pepsis. My Yeti cooler. Come on.
No, seriously, be honest with me.
Truthfully?
Sincerely? Is that comfortable? I mean, a cowboy hat?
I love it.
Is it really
It's
comfortable?
a security blanket, man. It's awesome. Amen.
I see people get on planes with me with their cowboy hats. I'm like, where you going to put that thing?
It can get in the way a little bit. I mean, I had it on today going to the truck, and I was going to wear it in because I was going to walk by Big Tex after last night. It's great to see him back dealing. Unfortunate what happened. But I was walking in, I was like, and I put it back in the truck.
Hey, I wanted to ask you a question. We were just talking about Fenway and our experiences there. There was a play that's one of your iconic plays as far as I'm concerned. A ball that was hit into the bullpen that you robbed.
Yeah, Scott Hatterberg, he still loves me for that.
Scotty, a Northwest kid.
Yeah.
Take me through that, because you and Junior and Durwood,
but we call him Driftwood. Yep.
So
we're stretching before the game. People, this is, I swear, a true story, because I have full witness from our team, because we stretch as a team. And we were talking, and we said, what happens if you catch a ball and fall over the fence? Is it a home run or is it an out? You know, and so Durwood, nobody really knew, and so Durwood was there, and he was walking by, and we asked him, Durwood, what's the ruling on this? He says, well, Jay-Bird, if you catch it and fall into the bullpen, you have to come back into the field of play and show control of the ball. Otherwise, if you're in the bullpen and you throw it back in, it's a home run. Lo and behold, that night, that play happened. And, I mean, what's the timing? How's that ever? I mean, it's unbelievable. People still think it's not a true story. 100% true. I jumped an inch to jump an inch and flipped over and didn't get hurt, luckily, and came back in. That's why Judy and I are high-fiving, slapping, go. We're laughing. We get all the way to second. Durwood's behind second base. And he goes, Jay-Bird, I can't believe that just happened. We just talked about it during stretching. And we're going crazy. Everyone now is going crazy. The other umpires are going crazy. The dugout's going nuts because they heard it during stretching. We go in. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, just when you think you've seen it all or heard it all in the game, it's just another one of those. It's just a very special story, very special play, very special time.
No, it was an amazing catch. I mean, you jumped.
It's a tough place to play.
It was
out
just
there,
one full flip.
Yeah, that wall out there is not fun. You know, I mean, Adele does the same thing, you know, to you guys. 3 of those plays. How do you do 3? I did 1. 3? That's crazy. But, yeah, for that to happen, it's pretty special. Especially for me. I don't get a chance to rock too many.
Canzone throttles this one down after a wide turn. He's got a 2-out single. He has stung the ball a couple of times now today.
That is a heck of a play by Matthews right there. Covering all that ground to go over, cut that ball off. Luke runs pretty darn good, gets out of the box, has a missile, cuts that ball off and makes a strong throw into second base. Great base running. Or was that Canzone? Did I mess that up?
He was down
again
on your catch.
Yeah, oh well. It's all good.
Jay-Bird.
Jay-Bird.
He was a character.
He was one of the best.
Do you remember the first time he came out with an air conditioner on his neck?
Yeah, he had that.
What?
It was Sharper Image sold
or
him.
Brookstone or one of those things.
And you put it around your neck, and it had a fan and the whole deal. And I mean, he was like.
And he wore it in the game.
That's why they called him Naked Gun too. He was like, you know, the movie, because he's always going, woo, Mr. Annex. I mean, he was a piece of work, man. I mean, what a great man. Not one of the greatest umpires in the world, but a great person. And to me, that makes up. I mean, I have total respect for him.
Yeah, he was an absolute character behind the plate.
Oh man, him and Lou did not like each other.
So Lou didn't care about him as a person quite as much as you do.
He goes, "I'm going to get kicked out." Durwood's behind the plate. I might not be in this game very long.
It's not going to end pretty.
Yeah, I think he kicked him out of more games of any umpire. Which is because Durwood knew he was going to get him going, and everybody loved when Lou got going, and you just kind of put the key in and keep twisting and turning and watch Lou go. And Durwood loved to do that, and he knew he could get under Lou's skin. So, and I think the fans and the crowd loved it too.
But Durwood had a phrase behind the plate when I was catching. Close pitch, or if you're up at the plate and you question it, and you go, "That's a Hall of Fame pitch, Val. That's a Hall of Fame pitch." And I'm like, "But Durwood, that's not a Hall of Famer. Why is he getting that pitch?" That's a Hall of Fame pitch from Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, good man. Had that.
Is it Broken Arrow, Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's Broken Arrow. Yep. I will tell you, I was facing Bobby Wells, ex-teammate, fellow teammate, when he went over to the Twins, and I swung and missed the ball, and I turned around and I went, "I foul tipped it, Durwood. I foul tipped it." And he goes, "Jay-Bird, yeah, but I take your word. He foul tipped it." And I look at it. Bobby's like, "There's no way." And it was like, I was like, "Yes, I love you, Durwood." You wouldn't lie. You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Jay-Bird? No, sir. I promise I foul tipped that. Smell, look, you can smell it. Because when you foul one off, sometimes you get that burning smell on your bat, especially for, I used an unfinished bat, so I didn't have anything. Just all natural, baby.
No shellac, unfinished.
Yep. Yep.
Durwood umpired over 3,000 games in his career, from 76 to 99.
That's a lot of games. Wow.
Two outs and a man on for Mitch Garver. And it's inside. Cody Bolton's been warming up inside the Astros bullpen with 2 outs, a single, and now a walk.
A little respect right there. After touching him early in the game. Let's see if we can get some 2-out lightning. They've been pretty good on this 2-out lightning. Right person, right time. This kid needs an attitude adjuster right here.
Cole Young.
Cole's done a great job with runners in scoring position, hitting .310.
It's wild. He's actually leading the Mariners in plate appearances with runners in scoring position, which you not expect for somebody who has been at the bottom of the order. One ball and 2 strikes his way. Canzone at second, Garver at first.
Young second on the team in RBIs with 22. Naylor and Rodriguez close behind.
Over 100 pitches for Burrows. Hit hard into right field for a base hit. Canzone makes a turn. It's coming around to score. It's bobbled in right field by Smith. Garver racing home. The throw not in time. Cole Young drives in 2 more. It's a 7-1 Mariners lead.
Jay, you were talking about the big hits that Cole Young has had all season long. And he does it again here as he gives the Mariners some insurance run. This ball is smashed out there into right field.
I'll tell you what I'm more impressed with was 0-2. Fouled off a nasty pitch, worked it all the way back to get back in the count. The Mariners have done a great job of that, putting a lot of extra pitches on these pitchers. Big hit. That is an attitude adjuster.
Now Donovan is a home run shy of the cycle. He'll bat when we come back in the 6th inning.
The Home Depot.
Brendan Donovan has a chance in Mariners history. He is 3 for 3. He has doubled, tripled, and singled. He has a chance to become just the 5th Mariner ever to hit for the cycle.
Looking forward to hearing your call right here.
Cody Bolton, former Mariner reliever, is on the mound. 7-1 M's.
Have you ever had a chance to call a cycle game?
On a Mariners cycle? I don't think so. Not for the Mariners. And a couple against the M's over the years.
Well, he wasn't waiting around. He let it rip.
On the ground, backhanded Shoemake. Throws on to first. Maybe he'll get another at-bat here today. 3 for 4. Still not a bad day for Brendan Donovan. Mariners have really opened it up 7-1 thanks lately to Cole Young. The J-Rod Squad presented by Adidas is back at T-Mobile Park. Don't miss your chance to sit in the special section at center field, available every game. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, you can score an exclusive no-fly zone t-shirt. Mariners.com/J-Rod. Top of the order, Altuve. Crawford and Donovan. And JP makes the catch.
Oh, boy.
Randy's in the mix as well. 1 pitch and 1 away. Colt 45 fan who was very eager for Randy Arozarena to toss him a ball.
That's a pretty cool logo.
It's real cool. That should be a throwback jersey right there.
I think the Astros, then the Colt 45s, I think they were sued by Colt, and they said, hey, that's our name. Nothing in 1-2, Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez has driven in the only run today for the Astros, a straightaway center field home run. The 0-2. Broken bat, base hit, right field. One out single. And Alvarez aboard for the third time. A message from Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
1 out, 1 on for Isaac Paredes. .93 pitches for Castillo. Bullpen is not up yet for the Mariners. Well, on a day where the Mariners bullpen is shorter than ever, things have certainly gone their way so far. Castillo pitching into the 6th, and plenty of runs on the board for the M's.
Yeah, we were feeling a little concerned after that first inning where Luis threw 24 pitches.
The ball, catch the count.
This looked like it was on the corner. Challenge from Mitch Garver. That was a strike.
Calls on return. Seattle, 2 challenges
really
remaining.
Great calls.
And Garver's had a very good feel for the ABS system this year. Just foul. By the way, Garver today, who has won 2 challenges behind the plate, has now gone 12-2 this year in challenges.
I like that percentage.
He's been one of the most successful catchers in baseball this year. One out, 1 on for 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs.
I think he was looking slider right there based on that swing.
His slider comes in at 86 miles an hour. You know what? That might have been his changeup.
Yeah, that's what I said.
At 88.
I think he was looking more slider and it crossed him up. A little tardy.
.101 the season high pitch count for Castillo this year. Bullpen just beginning to move around.
He's done a great job. Only 3 hits so far on the day. A little erratic early in the game, but boy, he's really settled in. And throwing hard still.
Now we're at a point now where no matter what happens in this final batter or two for Castillo today, this will be his best start of the year since his season debut. There's no doubt. He went 6 scoreless against the Yankees. Well, it's a hard game.
That was not me, no.
1-2.
I'm actually proud of myself that I've
only a few more innings, Jay.
I just jinxed myself, didn't I? Thanks for the love and the confidence. I appreciate it. I don't blame you, though. That was a cookie. Things slip sometimes.
The 1-2. And it misses. That was pretty close. Just up and away. EQC Tracer shows it as a ball. Good call by our home plate umpire. Castillo on a 2-2. Doesn't chase.
He has thrown a lot more changeups here against this lineup than we have seen probably all season long.
With Davila warming up. Season high pitch count for Castillo. 3-2. Castillo's been over 20% changeup today, which is high.
Yeah, they've stayed away from the 4-seam fastball. Normally he throws that 46% of the time. Now just a little over 30 today.
That 4-seamer fouled back. Castillo trying to finish off his day. 2 outs and a man on. The 3-2. Long at bat here for Walker. This will be at least a 9-pitch AB. Back-to-back 4-seamers after back-to-back changeups. Another 3-2. Inside. Walker reaches 2 outs and now 2 on. And Pete Woodworth coming out.
I would imagine the conversation is going to be, can you get me one more out? This will be it. Get me one more guy. Big enough cushion there. The Mariners leading 7-1.
Well, that really, you can't overstate what the score is right now for what Dan is making a decision with his bullpen and his starting pitcher.
Yeah,
it's everything.
Yeah, because if it's a 3-1 game, he's not staying out there. He probably would have made the change before Walker got up there.
A very short bullpen today. A season high pitch count 107. That's the most thrown by a Mariner starter this year, by the way. 107. Not just Castillo. Here's Shoemake. 2 outs and 2 on. Davila would be next, but Castillo trying to go a full 6 today. Fly ball corner, left field. Randy on the track, turning. It's off the wall, and Randy's trying to find it now. Alvarez is in to score. Walker scores as well. Shoemake off the Crawford box's tall wall out there in left field makes it a 4-run game. And that will be it for Luis Castillo.
His ball is just literally a pop-up.
Yeah.
But because the Crawford boxes are so short out there, Randy Arozarena goes all the way to the wall and then recognizes it's going to hit up high off the wall. Turns his back on and having a little trouble locating where that ball was. It's kind of what you were talking about earlier, Jay.
Took a weird hop.
Different spots on the wall are going to bounce a lot differently.
Well, Castillo's day is done. He goes 5 2/3. We've got a pitching change. We'll be right back. Both starters out of the game now are Western Washington Toyota dealers pitching comparison, both going 5 2/3. Castillo responsible for 3 runs plus the man at second base, that's Shoemake. Davila is on the mound. He's pitching for the second straight day, and he starts off Matthews with a fastball strike. Just his 5th major league appearance. Well, Dan Wilson gave Castillo every chance to get through 6. He was close, but too much of the plate to Shoemake. So the Mariners having to go to their bullpen with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. You wonder too, obviously the thin bullpen was the biggest driver you'd have to imagine for Dan, but the idea of going to a 6-man rotation maybe gives him a little extra ability to stretch out Castillo just slightly.
Well, I think, you know, his last outing also he only threw 84 pitches.
Good point.
Went 4 innings. Struggled a little bit.
And Davila very wisely lets that go past his glove. Cole Young gets the routine grounder. And that does it for the Astros. A man left. After 6, the Mariners leading 7 3. Oh, this is very cool. Media dining room today. The Astros presented the great Rick Riz with a cake, a nice celebration. Everybody was there to wish Rick a happy final visit here to Houston. Astros radio brought him on the broadcast for an inning. There's Rico.
He was touched. That was a really nice thing that the Astros did for him. Too bad Jay missed it. He was still sleeping at the hotel.
He was thinking about that cowboy hat, whether or not he should take it off or
what a great man.
wear it
I know
in.
that, man.
Hang with us, Rico.
So huge in the community. It's unreal the things he does.
Now, one of a kind, really. 1-2 on Julio.
Nobody asked him to smell the cake to see if it was sour.
I did.
I was going to say.
How am I going to do that?
I'm falling for it. Ricky.
Julio leading off the 7th. Bolton still on the mound. Strike 3 call. Very top of the zone. One away. Mariners TV is brought to you by Holland America. Convenient round trip departures from Seattle and #1 in Alaska wildlife and wilderness tours. Just off the plate, ball 1 to Naylor. Hit hard on the ground, but right to Altuve. Next week, you can score on tickets for less than $12. The White Sox come to town for a 3-game value series. Mariners.com/value games to lock in your seats for Monday through Wednesday and check out the complete value game schedule. Monday and Tuesday will be the Josh Naylor bobblehead giveaway to the first 10,000 fans each night. 2 up and 2 down here as Randy tried to extend a 7-game hitting streak. The Mariners knocked out the Astros starter Mike Burrows in the 6th. They tagged him for 7 runs. They scored 13 runs off of Mike Burrows in his 2 starts against the Mariners this year.
And he had been throwing the ball really well over his last 3 starts. That ERA was just 2.5. The Mariners have him figured out, though.
Fly ball straight away center field. And that does it for the Mariners in the top of the 7th. It's time to stretch. Mariners TV is brought to you by the Washington Lottery. Washington's lottery helps fund the Washington Grant. Free money for college, training, or apprenticeships. 7-3 Mariners beginning the last of the 7th. 8-9-1 due up for the Astros. Davila is back out there. He got the final out in the 6th inning. This is out to the gap in right center field. 1 pitch and 1 away. Canzone is there. One away for Salazar. A strike. Cooper Criswell beginning to warm up. Top of the order is next. Now, the biggest goal for the Mariners this inning would be make Alvarez hit in the 8th. He would bat 5th this frame.
Batter challenging the strike ball.
Very much a ball.
Ball's overturned. He has 2 challenges remaining.
I think Durwood would have handled the ABS.
Not very good.
I would have loved to see it.
Sounds like his voice on the microphone would have at least been worth the price of admission. 3-1.
Jay just pulled up a little clip. He wrote a book.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He might be writing about you in there, Val.
He might have.
I didn't know he had a book out, so I will certainly go get it.
You're out and you're ugly too.
Oh, that's perfect.
Don't talk to me like that, Aaron.
Confessions of an umpire with attitude. And the forward written by
Jay Buhner. Jay Bird.
King Griffey Jr.
Did not know that either.
I didn't either. But I tell you, he had an attitude, but he made it fun.
Strike 3 called, and now Salazar is challenging again.
Pitch and strike, the batter challenge.
Will he win 2 in the same at bat?
It's not been a good AB if so.
Wow. Yes, he will. 1 out, 1 on top of the order. All right, gentlemen. It feels like it'll be a little while till we see you again. What's the schedules coming up for both of you guys?
You're going fishing.
I'm going to Montana and get lost in the woods for a little bit. See you guys in July, and then again I'll see you up in August for the 50-year 50 top, and at the end of August back down here in H-Town. So
okay.
It'll be a little bit of a break, but I'll keep you guys honest and ping you a little bit from here to here and tell you how awesome you're doing.
The batter challenging the strike call.
And we got a lot of challenges going on right now, too, by the way. You going to miss me? Is that what you're saying?
Calls confirmed. Houston has one challenge remaining.
Too, man. Makes me feel good. Warms my heart.
Good.
I'll think of that all the way in my 3.5-hour drive back to San Antonio in the great city of Barney.
And Aaron, I'll see you end of July.
Okay.
Next. When the weather is heating up.
That's right.
What are you going to be doing in between then?
You know where to find me.
At a ballpark near you.
The 50th anniversary celebration in August will be very
It's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be a neat surprise because we don't know everybody that's going to be coming.
Right.
I mean, so it's still kind of a little bit of a secret. Obviously, we have an idea of most of them, but you get up into the 40s. I mean, who knows? And who knows when the last time you'll see them again?
Well, we won't be here for the 100th anniversary.
No.
Fouled away.
I was supposed to work the game on Sunday, and I think it's probably smart that I've declined to work the game on Sunday. So something tells me after Saturday, I might be feeling a little rough. So, yeah, I'll blame it on Junior and Noman and David. Yeah, there'll be some libations. It's gonna be fun. Be a great opportunity for all the Mariner fans. They got some great things planned, I understand. Hopefully a lot of us will get together and go to dinner on possibly Thursday or Friday, and so looking forward to that.
Another 1-2. Well, there's no sport like baseball where fans connect to players. Just the everyday nature of it and all the memories of 50 years and so many people who have been following the Mariners for a large portion of that time frame, and it will be very special for everyone involved. 2-2 coming. On the ground, Young ranges, bobbles, recovers, and they get the out at first base.
Nice job staying with it, not panicking. Well, I will tell you, I have to go there, but thank God for the 95 team so we can have this celebration.
No doubt.
And to your point, Aaron, over the years, the Mariners' first inaugural season was 1977. You think about all of the different community events that the former players in the past, the caravans all through the Northwest, the hospital visits that the Mariners have put together throughout the years.
School visits.
That's how you, that's the connecting point for the team, the players, and the fan base.
How about photo day, Kodiak photo day, where you walk around? They had the old, you were talking earlier about the old school photo that they showed. You walk around and the Mariners PR department did an amazing job and have continued to do an amazing job. You go back to even the Mariner commercials, which have just caught on like gangbusters. Now everybody's doing it.
Two outs and a man at second. Altuve pulls back. Large shadow being cast on deck. Yordan Alvarez waiting. He's been on board all 3 times today, including a home run. Donovan, Garver. It's Garver sliding, and he doesn't make the catch. And he slid, and then he popped up for a moment there almost.
I think he was expecting to slide a little bit more than that, and his knee grabbed, and he's not feeling real good right now, so hopefully he's okay.
And they're coming out to take a look at him. Cal Raleigh just went on the injured list before the game today.
It looks like he's got it beat on this all the way. He goes into that little slide, but as soon as that knee hits, it really grabbed him and didn't allow him to continue to move forward. And that's what caused him to kind of pop up like that so quickly.
You think it's where that little crease is in the padding? There's a little bit, so you can flex a little bit in between the guard, and maybe that part of it dug in, and I mean, that stopped him on a dime.
Let's see if it does grab. Watch that right knee. You see how it just all of a sudden came to a quick stop.
It's almost like the top pad was like a scoop and just threw out an anchor and made him almost like a pop-up slide. Normally you slide all the way across and probably would have slid almost into the pad right there, but a little unusual.
And Garver looking like he's all right.
Now he's a catcher, man. Pretty bulletproof, those guys.
They'll feel it later.
Absolutely. Got lots of ice in that training room, though.
Altuve pulls this foul.
Or a cold tub. Did you do a cold tub very much, Val?
Every night.
Yep.
Every night. Up to my waist.
All the way up, baby.
Those
Sit
old
in there.
Silver.
Yeah. It's almost like
USS
strips. Yeah. Yeah. Put
ice and water. Oh, baby. It was painful those first 2 minutes.
1-2.
Yeah, but you always had a couple silver things floating around you while you were sitting there. It made it a little bit easier. It was always really good.
That one caught a piece of Garver's foot, it looked like.
That's if you could get George Brett out of there. He was crazy.
Up on his leg.
A little backup slider still gets him right on the shin.
So you want to be a catcher, huh?
Trying to put Altuve away with Alvarez on deck. The 1-2. Chris Well is warmed up in the bullpen. Alvarez waiting. And Davila steps off. Astros scoring 2 runs in the 6th to make things a little more interesting here. Two. He locked him up. Strike 3 called. Altuve wants to challenge.
Strike call.
Three and 2.
Boy, it's been a rough inning back there.
Not the way you want to be on TV.
What's that, the 3rd challenge won by the Astros this inning? Three and 2. Here he comes. Bounding ball over to third. Donovan plants, fires, and that is out number 3. Nick Davila hangs a 0 in the 7th. Out of the 8th, Mariners in front. Well, don't miss Julio Rodriguez 90s jersey night at the end of the month. The first 15,000 fans will take home this 90s inspired sleeveless jersey May 30th thanks to KeyBank. Mariners.com to get your tickets.
Jay, you wore those, didn't you? The sleeveless?
Yep. The maroon one.
That one too. The Back to the Future. But the one that they're giving away.
Yeah.
Is that what you're wearing with no shirt underneath on your drive back to San Antonio with your cowboy hat after the game?
Amen.
This is just foul. Raley leading things off.
So I'm not mistaken. Didn't you go sleeveless with the Back to the Future? You and Junior?
Yeah, we had.
They did.
We had someone put tattoos on our shoulder and the whole deal. Junior had his swing man, and I had B2B on there. B2B for bad to the bone, for those who didn't know.
I have memories of D. Gordon doing that. I think it was D. When the Mariners did was it the 25th anniversary of that game, maybe?
And they wore their hats backwards and the whole deal. Because that's what we did. Junior kind of set the tone, so we all wore our hats backwards, and it was a lot of fun. And then we all, I mean, that was before you could order shoes. I mean, we all spray painted our shoes a certain color and did all sorts of
silver,
crazy.
right? It wasn't silver. Kids.
Now, I mean, they get all sorts of swag. It's all about the swag nowadays with belts and all sorts of things. Shoes are unreal nowadays.
Here comes 2-2. Rayleigh Crawford can zone. Bullpen quiet for the Astros here in the 8th. Foul at the plate.
Looks pretty good up there. Looks like he's seeing it really good.
And what makes you say that?
Just seems to be on everything. His balance is good when he finishes. He's covering a lot of the plate, fouling off tough pitches. The big thing is he's driving the ball the other way too. Just like his home run.
Well, hits this hard up the middle. That was 108 practically off the bat. Val, we saw this a few pitches ago. This caught our eye. What do you make of this from the catcher Salazar after this pitch?
Yeah, once he receives the ball, what he's telling the pitcher, hey, keep your front side closed. Oftentimes that front side opens up and you don't get that correct release point.
So as your arm flies, elbow flies out.
And well, the front side opens and flies towards first base, and you can't get that pitch to the inside corner to the lefty.
So your release point's not out in front like it should be, right?
And down, right? You want to be throwing the ball down.
Same thing if you're an infielder or an outfielder, you're not finishing out in front and getting that good spin, that backspin, where it stays true when you make a throw in, or that good one hop from, you know, from the outfield in. You cut it across and you get that late tail, which you don't want to have. A feeling JP is looking for something to spin on right
here. The opposite way to the alley, left center field, and it's a base hit. Rolls to the wall. Rayleigh is racing into third base, being waved home. And JP Crawford drives in a run. Luke Rayleigh scores from first. It's an 8-3 Mariners lead.
Boys are carrying some mail, Val.
JP driving that ball into the left center field gap. Everything's out in front of Luke Rayleigh. Once he takes off, he senses and sees that ball land, rolling all the way to the wall. Take a look at Luke right here, making sure that that ball finds some grass, and then he is off to the races.
Carlos been getting his arm in motion a lot the last few days. Good to see. Mariners third base coach. The nice little pass list here. Being a little Texas boy. Boy, there has been a lot of challenges today.
Colson Browntail has one challenge remaining.
It does clip the edge. Five-run lead now for the Mariners in the 8th inning. Nobody out. Right back to the gap in left center. This time it hangs up enough. And it's caught by Zach Cole. One out. 6 extra base hits today by the M's. That matches a season high. Garver's having himself a good day. A 2-run home run, a walk, and a run scored. Garver's had one multi-homer game as a Mariner. That was last summer at Wrigley. Gets ahead 2-1. Hit his first home run of the season today, back in the fourth. High fly ball deep out to left field. It's on the warning track and caught. Now a little further to the left, that would have been interesting, but instead it's a flat out number 2.
This ball carries into the shadows. Another 15 feet to the left. That ball probably gets into the front row of the Crawford box. It's a very strange
the way it goes
angle
by.
there, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure is.
Another RBI chance here for Cole Young.
I mean, how do you even play that?
Well, first off, you got to have lots of practice out there. A lot of like standing out there and somebody just throwing you balls up, and you get used to working around the corner, because that corner of that pad too.
90-degree angle.
Yeah, and just, you got to go to the side, and first off, you got to play it off the top of your head as best you can. Keep your feet moving, and then also know once you get to that corner where that pad is, where it says Nitro Tire or NittoTire.com, you got to then it jaunt straight back at an angle. So. Pretty interesting.
I mean, in some ways this is a really easy left field, and in other ways it's a very complicated left field.
Exactly. I mean, and remember they used to have the flagpole out in center field too, that you used to have to contend with.
Three and 1. Young's driven in 2 today. Batting with Crawford at second base with 2 outs. Donovan's chase of a cycle waiting on deck. He's a home run shy. 3-2. And he will have a chance to bat here in the 8th inning. Donovan 3 for 4 today. A double in the first, a triple in the third, a single in the 5th.
And all 3 of these were missiles, starting off with that double down the right field line in his first at bat. And the double in right center field. Was it? No, wait.
Triple.
Wasn't it single, double, triple, right?
Double. You're talking about the order of which he hit?
The order, yeah.
Double, triple, single.
Double, triple, single.
And then his out was a missile too. Well, last at bat, he didn't wait. He didn't sit around. He was letting it rip, and I guarantee he's going to do the same thing right here. Not too many opportunities. Not too many times you get this opportunity. So let it go. Especially you can be a little selfish right here with the 8-3.
I saw John Olerud's name there. I believe, didn't Johnny do that in Detroit?
I think
no, or
yeah,
I think it was San Diego. San Diego.
Yeah.
And I think Alex was in Detroit, and there was something where a woman won $1 million.
Broken bat fly ball to right field.
And A-Rod got nothing for it.
He's always on the short end.
He's to
the bottom of the 8th. Mariners in front.
$75K. Welcome to Doc in the Box.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
8-3 lead for the M's as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Domingo Gonzalez, who just made his major league debut on Tuesday, was a good one at that. He is on to pitch here in the 8th, facing Yordan Alvarez. Well, we knew that there would be some names in this bullpen that would have to step up and work some innings, right? And some of them would probably be some notable ones. And Nick Davila today going an inning and a third, taking this game to the 8th to hand it over to Gonzalez.
Davila's been a nice addition. Done a good job since getting those opportunities.
We've seen Cooper Criswell have an expanded role later in games. He's become more of a leverage arm these days with the Mariners bullpen as shorthanded as it is. And Gonzalez, a guy who can work multiple innings.
Any news on Brash? Has anybody heard?
Starting a rehab assignment tonight, actually.
It's good news.
That's good. Good to hear. He's huge to get back.
Dealing with that right lat inflammation, beginning a rehab assignment in Tacoma tonight.
How about a Gabe update?
You'll have to ask your friend Dan about that.
Okay. Just curious if you've heard anything. Two big arms to go down. That'll hurt any bullpen.
Yes, no doubt. I'll tell you the arm that was overlooked until more arms started going down. But the loss of Carlos Vargas.
Yes, I agree.
And that came immediately right after opening day.
He has an electric arm.
Oh boy, he does.
Alvarez, I know, man. He's incredible.
There's that sound you were talking about yesterday.
I mean, he's on everything. I mean, it's like he rarely gets fooled, and he just is. That's why you got to pitch around him, because he does stuff like that.
There's a fastball a little bit in off the plate, and he's still able to pull his hands inside, get the barrel to the ball, and drive this one out there to right center field.
Such great balance, such great plate coverage, knows his swing, knows where the barrel always is.
110.
I mean, that's crispy.
Paredes the batter. What is it in your guys' mind that allows a hitter, like in an extreme case, Alvarez, to just constantly find the barrel, to get the ball on the fat part of the bat? I mean, is there a universal trait that enables a hitter to be able to do that?
Jay mentioned the balance, the fact that he's never jumping at the ball. You know, even when you watch him take a pitch, everything is nice and quiet. It's almost like it's slow motion.
Soft. And in confidence. Confidence is another one. He knows he's good. He is the president of his fan club.
He goes around, and that is strike three.
But he's just got, and it's something about lefties too, right? They all have beautiful swings. I don't know why, but it's like, just you watch a lefty and then you watch a righty, and they just, besides a few exceptions like Edgar and a few other guys.
Strike one to Walker.
A little tight slider right there. I like it. Great location. That's where you got to pitch him, down and away.
Oh, 0-2.
Do it again for $1. Stay there, even a little further out.
Still 0-2. A win today and the Mariners would not only win the series, they'd have a winning road trip, as they are trying to get back to 500. 2 games under entering play today. Donovan down to a knee, picks himself up, long throw and a lot on it.
Wow, that's a pretty play, man.
What a day he has had.
Wow.
3 knocks.
They work their butts off. Bones has them out here every day, taking ground balls, and that's a new position, everybody. Don't forget. And man, he makes it look so easy. Puts that hand down, a little semi-spin out, makes a strong throw over there. Guy's a dirt rat, man. Look at him. I love the way he plays the game. Love it. I mean, every time going in, Pete Rose slides everywhere he goes.
Cole Young has this one come right to him. Gonzalez able to work around that leadoff double from Alvarez. Mariners a little dirty after 8.
Miller time.
Mariners TV is brought to you by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. And by Steel, the official outdoor power equipment of the Seattle Mariners. What a day for Brendan Donovan. Julio leads things off. Pops it up. 1 away.
I think he got the chest bump too, didn't he, from somebody in there?
Did you get a bone chest bump?
It looked like he did. Somebody was going down there.
Let's find out here.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. I saw it. Oh, boo. That was a great play.
It was chest bump worthy. No question.
Strike 1 to Naylor.
There it is. I knew I saw it.
There it is. Yeah, so we found out on this road trip that if an infielder makes an above average good play, Bone will give him the fist bump. But if you make a great play, you get a chest bump.
Boy, he's a good one, isn't he? One of the best. A lot of gold gloves that guy's gotten for people, for players.
He's coached one at every infield position. Naylor, can he sneak this fair? Yes, it skims quickly into the corner. Naylor's got extra bases.
That is beautiful. That is so nice when you got that huge shift, especially 2 strikes, and they're going to give it to you. Nice piece of hitting. That makes me happy, happy, happy.
Little backdoor breaking pitch that just hangs up out over the plate. He doesn't try to do too much, just slaps it over there.
Doesn't need to, does he, Val?
No, this ball gets all the way down into the corner.
And that's an easy double right there.
Season high 7 extra base hits for the Mariners today.
That is definitely called taking what they give you.
Mariners scored 10 the other night. They're looking at trying to get to 10 here this evening or this afternoon.
I want to see Randy check in right here and keep it going. Come on, Randy, get you one.
Ahead 2-1. You know, getting back to the RBI thing, I feel like I'm just walking a ledge right now.
You realize he's been thinking about this for 7 innings.
Is that why there was smoke coming out of his ears a minute ago?
You know, it is funny that Cole Young has more RBIs than Randy Rosarena. Right? You wouldn't think that would be the case.
Because where they're hitting in the lineup, obviously.
100%, right?
Yep.
And just the profiles of both of them.
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, Cole Young has had significantly more at-bats with runners in scoring position than Randy. So now that doesn't take away from what Cole Young has done, right? He's he's gotten the job done. The RBI point, I think, is from my perspective, and I am very curious what two big leaguers think. It just shouldn't be something that defines the caliber of the hitter, because you could look at the RBIs between Randy and Cole Young and say, well, Cole Young's just been a better hitter. And Cole Young's been a really good hitter, but he's also had way more chances than Randy. You can't drive him in if they're not on base.
What do you mean better hitter? You mean better meaning clutch, more clutch coming through?
I think there's Salazar's on a race out there to the mound. He's getting out there fast. I think there could be a knee-jerk reaction to look at a hitter and go, oh, well, this guy only has X number of RBIs. He's not having a good year. Well, he might just not have had many opportunities at all.
Amen. But also he's a rookie, so maybe they're willing to challenge him a little bit more early on till he proves them wrong.
Sure.
So I would just go and ask you, so what is Randy, again, this is not disparaging Randy at all.
Understand.
What is he hitting?
It's not good. He's had limited chances relative to Cole Young, and he hasn't been good. Young has had significantly more chances and has been significantly better. So it's kind of extreme on both ends of things.
And it becomes confidence too. When you know, you just know you're going to continue to keep going. You just, for whatever reason, you just keep feeding off that. And again today, he did it again. Came up with a big clutch hit.
Absolutely.
So that's going to even make it even. I mean, he's running to the plate when men in scoring position.
This ball smoked out to right field. Smith is on the track. Really, a loud screaming out. Naylor advances.
Boy, Luke is putting together some fantastic at-bats.
Dude, he's on everything. And that's a nice play out there by Cam Smith. He's a good outfielder. If he can get his hitting back on track a little bit, he's got a bright future because he can go get it.
You know, back to the RBI thing, I think of, you know, some of the great players that I played with, including you, who were better as a RBI guy.
Absolutely.
With runners in scoring position, you were a better hitter.
Amen.
I'd be willing to bet that you had a higher batting average with runners in scoring position. As Aaron is looking deep now over there. We're working on that computer to find out if I'm correct.
Well, one of us has.
I think of, like, you talking about the confidence, like when Junior went up there, when there was somebody in scoring position, his mindset was, they're mine.
Oh yeah,
those are my
he
stakes.
was greedy.
Yes,
absolutely. I mean, to the point of where, I mean, when guys didn't do their job, like leadoff double, and the next guy up didn't hit a ball at least the opposite way to advancing the third, guys were getting bitter because they're like, I want that ribby.
Yeah,
it's a little bit easier to get him in from third than it is
like
from
we
second.
got some info data.
With nobody on base, Jay's OPS was 825. With men on, it was 880. With runners in scoring position, it was 925.
Touche. I was actually right.
And the averages correlate with all that as well. A 925 OPS.
Yes, that's doing damage.
That's big time, man.
I will tell you, there was one year I had 123 hits. I had 121 ribbies.
Now that's production. Efficient. So, you were very efficient with your hits.
That's pretty good, I got to admit. I will toot my own horn on that.
Hey, just think of this: 121 RBIs in today's game. How many? Kyle Tucker, the big free agent. He had 82 RBIs.
He's getting paid too, boy.
And he signs a 4-year deal.
I know.
For $60 million a year. And he had 82 RBIs, I believe. Maybe 83.
Different game.
Well, and it's not easy to be a good RBI guy.
No.
If it was, everybody would have 100.
That's right. And I don't know how many there were last year, but there weren't a whole lot. It's hard to hit 32 every year. But we had some damage in our lineup. I mean, it really helps a lot when you got a really deep lineup.
JP challenging.
Previous pitch of the strike, the batter challenging.
It is a strike.
The call is confirmed. The batter is out. Seattle is out of challenges.
Places.
MLB is partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness. Free 24/7 confidential support in English and Spanish. Text MLB to 741-741. Astros down to their final 3 outs. Looks like there's something going on up there in left field. Bryce Matthews leads it off. Gonzalez back out there.
Well, I will say it was nice to see the Mariners jump out quick, set the tone. 11 hits today, 8 runs. Pretty impressive. Go make that flight, knock on wood, home. Pretty darn nice considering yesterday.
Yeah, you were an extra inning loss shy of sweeping this series, assuming the Mariners can hold on for the final 3 outs here. Three and 0. Mariners dropped 2 games out of 3 in Chicago to begin the road trip. They're back home tomorrow. Padres in town. Donovan charges this from the cut of the grass. 1 away.
He's been busy all day, hadn't he?
He's a good one. You know, he reminds me of Jay. Being a dirt rat and all.
Yeah.
You never came off the field with a clean unit.
Tried not to. A lot of it was a little pine tar on the side to help out my pitchers a little bit. No, I mean, it was for to keep my glove on. Could you imagine trying to do that nowadays?
Oh my goodness.
Being able to, I mean, they would be like, dude, you can't come out here with pine tar on your leg.
Well, you can't.
Did you ever see what he used to do?
Yeah, tell us about this.
Well, I mean, I
He
just
would take the pine tar rag.
Yeah.
Before he would go out to right field and just, it was probably about like a 5x5 patch of pine tar, black pine tar right on the front right leg.
Nice and sticky. A little rosin on there, get it all good for. Like I said, my hands sweated a lot, so I want to make sure I always took my glove off and touched it so it would stay on, wouldn't slide off when I dove. But yeah, I mean, you know, and every now and then I would touch a little bit and throw the ball back into play, you know, good things like that. Between that and the stains I had all out there where I played different.
Tricky hop for Donovan, handles it perfectly. 2 outs.
Because we moved around. You played guys differently depending on who they were and different counts. I'm always moving. I never stayed in the same spot, ever, no matter who it was. Head in the count, I'm pinching a little bit over. If it's 2-0, late in the count, 0-2, I'm over and in a little bit. So I had my little dark patches out there from my, well, back then I did things, tobacco products. So, yeah, I was always, half of it was on me.
You almost made it.
I did.
With 2 outs to go in the bottom of the 9th inning.
I'm not proud of it, but something good about that bubble gum in there too.
1-0.
Nico Gonzalez having a really nice outing here today.
Taking advantage of his opportunity too. Got him a couple balls the other day.
Facing the top of this lineup in that last inning.
Astros down to their final strike.
And Aaron, you were telling me before the game that had Castillo not gone deep in the game, that Domingo Gonzalez probably would have been the long man coming in.
Yes, he would have gone potentially 3. He has that ability. He's working 2 today. Salazar and the Astros down to the final strike today. 2-2. Castillo pitching into the 6th. The Mariners getting plenty of offense, especially early. A season high 7 extra base hits for the Mariners today. Mariners are out of challenges. That was close. It did look like a ball. There is no penalty when you challenge and you are out of challenges, as you just witnessed. Ball 4.
Well, there's been, what, 10 challenges today, I think, for the sake of argument.
You're just making a note of, I don't agree with that call. Nothing quite like a last game of a road trip win before you get on that plane to head home.
Especially against your arch rival, their own division, and they're beating the team they should be beating.
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, but they caught them at the right time. They're a mash unit. So are the Mariners. So well done, especially a heartbreaker yesterday, man. For them to come out and play fun and make all the plays and do the thing, big hits, really good to see. Shows you how talented they are.
Mariners have won the season series against the Astros each of the last 3 years. They are 1 out away from improving to 7-1 against Houston this season.
Let's face it, this is a team that you enjoy beating up on. This is one of them. Yankees, for whatever reason, are one of them. There's always those teams that you just love to step on.
That is the ball game. Strike 3 called. The Mariners win it. They take the series 3 games out of 4, and they fly home with a winning road trip. 8-3 the final.
A lot of good things happening here this afternoon. That guy right there, I don't think he missed one swing. Mitch Garver with his first home run of the season. A 2-run home run out there to left field in the Crawford boxes. And Luis Castillo. Boy, they
nice
really needed him to step up here today. He went 5 2/3 innings, got deep into the game, and the offense created some space out there for them to be able to breathe, bring in some of the young relievers. And how about Brendan Donovan?
Not only with the bat, but with the glove. Great game for him.
Well, on a day when we find out that Cal Raleigh lands on the injured list for the first time in his career, Mitch Garver with a home run today and helping the Mariners win this one 8-3 the final. They take 3 out of 4 here in Houston. They have really dominated the Astros this year.
Good to see Danny smiling too. Boy, he's like, whew, another one that was a little bit easier. A little bit, all things considered. But let me say I enjoyed it. Thank you. A lot of fun to hang out with you boys.
It was.
Till next
4 days
time.
went way too quick, brother. Way too fast.
We'll be talking with Mitch Garver here in just a moment. Mariners will return home tomorrow to take on the Padres. Emerson, Hancock, Gilbert, and Kirby, the rotation there. Now, since the 22 division series, the Mariners have gone 17-7 against the Astros, a +55, man, and they've just swatted a ton of home runs.
The long ball. They can do that in a hurry.
Yeah, just absolute domination by the Mariners to a team that used to dominate them. There was a long
no doubt
stretch where coming down here was not a delight.
Well, in the 4th inning, here's what it looked like for Mitch Garver, his first of the year.
Now look how balanced he was right there. I mean, just even after hitting this ball, very stable, big power by Mitch. Getting that first one on the board, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a great smile too, man. especially when you don't get an opportunity very often. This is certainly not the way you want to get it, but to immediately check in, pretty awesome.
Well, as we just see the highlight of the Mitch Garver home run, we go down to the field, our Fire TV winning moment, and we say hello to Mitch Garver. Mitch, man, on a day where we find out that Cal Raleigh, your great friend and teammate, lands on the injured list, for you to come in today and have the performance you did, this had to feel really great for you and the team.
Yeah, it was a good day for us. I mean, offense really showed up today. Starting pitching showed up today. Took that series. That was an important game for us, and we couldn't be more happy.
Mitch, it's Dave Valley. I've been in your shoes when you don't have a lot of opportunities, but take us through what it feels like when you do get the chance. You step up. Not only do you do a great job behind the plate, but you're also adding to the team offensively. Yeah,
it's just a good opportunity for me. I mean, we're all thinking about Cal right now, and we'd love for him to be healthy and in our lineup and doing what he does. But the show must go on, So somebody's got to do it. I'm going to fill in, and Johnny's going to be here, and we're going to do our best to keep the train moving. And we got a good team. We got a good staff. We got a good offense. So whatever we can do to just continue that and keep the W stacking up, and we'll be all right.
Well, Mitch, not only the home run for you today, but also you caught a really good game working with Luis Castillo today. It was maybe his best start since his first start of the year against the Yankees. What was it today that was the emphasis for Luis, and what did you think that he did so well?
Yeah, we went with a full mix. There was no pitch that was off the card today for him. There was not a bad pitch that we could throw to any guy. We wanted him to use them all, be aggressive, continue to throw hard, and he delivered. That's exactly what we needed today. We were short on arms, to be able to give us 6 solid innings. That's exactly what we needed.
Yeah, just looking at the pitch mix, Mitch, it seemed like you guys used the changeup a lot more than he normally does. Was that part of your strategy prior to the game?
Yeah, I mean, Luis has always had a great changeup throughout his career, and that was a big ticket item for him when he came over to Seattle in that trade years ago. We want to continue that. We want to be able to use that changeup as much as possible, keep the hitters guessing, because all of his pitches are good. They all play well, and the ability to use them all in any situation just makes him better.
Mitch, congrats on a great individual performance today and a winning road trip as well. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Mariners catcher Mitch Garver, kind enough to join us after an 8-3 Mariners win. They take the series 3 games out of 4. Mariners postgame 2 minutes away.